Hello and welcome to USF2000 here at Oulton Park. We are here at International No Chicanes layout. And place your bets now. How many laps until I crash myself? I I've always been pretty good at crashing this thing, and it's been about a year or more since I've raced it, and somehow the odds feel stacked against me. But I did a lot of practice, getting my road racing legs back under me, and man, it's been fun. I have missed this. I really enjoy road racing. I enjoy oval racing just as much too, but it's fun to wheel this thing around here as well. And man, I've had some. I had to take some reminders. Got to remember things like cold tires. It's not going to be as quick off the start. Really got to slow it down more as we head into qualifying here. Definitely want those tires up to temp if you can get them, so I'm going to go pretty hard on this out lap here just to hopefully get the tires up to temp before I actually do the lap that counts. And hopefully don't wreck the thing. Now, I did plenty of practice, like I said, got the full amount of time as I would like to get before I enter a race. My biggest concern is racing alongside others, because I didn't get to do that too much. Because only about 12 people signed up, everybody that's in this single split race here. And so I didn't get too much side-by-side experience. And that's when things tend to go wrong, especially if you get side-by-side going through a corner like this one right here or something. That's when it gets real ugly. So, hopefully we can avoid any dangerous situations, or, you know, at the very least, take them easy if they come. Trying to wheel this thing around these corners. Let's see what kind of lap we can get.
Green flag, green flag.
Got my all-time optimal up, but I'm not going to be able to match that with the fuel load and cold tires that I've got on this thing. Get it through turn one. Feeling okay on my speed. I didn't feel like I really had a great look at what other people's times are looking like. Again, because we didn't have too many people signed up. I am the number one car, unfortunately. Ooh, might have locked up the tires a little bit there. I am running 50.9 on the brake bias, or at least I should be if I remember to switch it. I did. Okay. 50.9 on the brake bias. To try to limit the amount of lockups I get into that banked corners where it tends to happen for me when I get on the brakes. Got to carry some decent speed through there. Feeling okay-ish about this lap so far. Got through there pretty good for what my tires are looking like. Pretty darn good, actually. Now I gotta be careful getting on throttle out of second gear there, especially early on. It will spin out on you. 26.0 for the first lap.
126.04. The leader has just done a 125.
We do not have the fastest time. We have the second fastest time right now, but I'm sure plenty of people are still getting their first lap in. What are we competing against here? About half a second, so I should be picking up the pace. I hope. But I don't expect to win. I've never been fantastic in these cars to begin with, and returning to them after a while means that I think I would be happy just so long as I have a clean race. I can make it to the end without pile driving this thing into a stack of tires. 'Cause that's easy to do. We want to do the hard thing to do, which is to not crash it. That was a terrible corner, by the way. I did not carry my speed through there like I need to. I'm going to lose some time on that. We'll see if this is an improvement or not. So we go 26.0 to 25.8. Alright, so it was an improvement. I don't know if it's as much of an improvement as it should have been, with an extra lap of tire warmth. Hey, we're looking pretty decent, though. Let me look at the road, not crash while I'm looking at the times. Looking decent, though. Look at that P3. They're about a second behind on time, at least for now. They could put in their second lap and overtake us. But if I can start pretty well near the front, I'm feeling pretty good about heading into turn 1, or at least better than I would otherwise. Because as many of us all know, turn 1s in road races on iRacing can be a little bit of, shall we say, a disaster. So oh, I took that way too hard. Whoa. I need to focus on my driving here. Just running around to get a little bit of extra practice. Can use all the practice I can get.
That's the end of the session, P2.
And that'll be it for the practice. So, 1.7k strength of field. We are the number 1 with our 3.8k iRating. Number 2 car has a 2.8, so we're about 1,000 higher, but you know, a lot of that's just me surviving, and a lot of that comes from cars that are not this one. Something that is different from the last time I've raced, I believe, is they have the 2 different road iRatings. Carlos says, don't crash into others, use brakes. Well, there goes my whole plan. Anyway.
You should win this.
One left to green. Line
Let's
up on the
do
left
all-time
side. Pit road is
optimal.
closed right now. The estimated strength
Yeah,
of
most
field
of my
is 1,000.
iRating came from Mazdas, and they split the road iRating into, I guess, open wheel and sports car, I think is what it is. So
rolling start. Stay in the pole
there might be
row
some
in the left
adjustments
column.
needed to what my actual iRating skill level is. We are going to be following this very colorful car here.
Catch the
Its top
pace car.
speed is 45 miles per hour.
I almost want to use second gear, I think. Is that a dumb idea? Feels like I'm going to hit the chip really quick.
Catch the pace car.
I think I'll use second gear. But, gonna follow this colorful number 2
Catch the pace car.
as we get started on this rolling start. Just gotta wait for pace car off and then you can go anytime.
All right,
Pace
Colton,
car is
get
off.
ready.
Green
Floor
flag,
in,
green flag.
Not a fantastic start. The 3 overtakes me before we even really get started for real here. Easy does it, easy does it. He's getting loose.
Car's the leader.
Ooh, scary moment there. We'll get the spot back though. Gotta be careful on these cold tires. That guy was wheeling it, making sure he didn't crash the thing. Ooh, got some nose push, I guess, because of the guy in front of us here. It will be a thing as aero tight in the corners, or at least that's what it felt like. Which means I will have to slow down a little bit more heading into this corner here so I don't mess it up. Not to mention we'll be going faster because of the draft, so I have to really be careful here. Alright, serviceable. Might be able to learn something from this too.
Idiot.
Because he is faster than I am after all. But good corner there, got away from the 3 a little bit. Clean off that windshield a little bit, had some dust. And we've survived a
Good
lap.
to go this time by.
Let's survive the rest of them. Use a little bit of the exit there, no problem. Here, on the other hand, they don't give you too much on exit here, so you can run off a little bit there without crashing, but they will give you an off track, I've noticed. Someone's saying something in the chat, but I will not let that distract me, because I know how that works. You look at the chat and then you wreck. Come on, dude, you knew that wasn't going to something in there. So probably an over-aggressive move happening back there for somebody. The two's getting away from us, but we're actually putting some distance behind us, which I am A-okay with that.
Just keep it smooth, no mistakes. The driver behind's a bit sketchy. Watch your mirrors here.
I haven't heard that call before. The driver behind you is a bit sketchy. Wonder what causes that call. It's the first time I've heard of that. That must be a new thing. Wonder if it means like he's got a 1x in this race already or something. 1x or a 2x. Some off tracks. Maybe it tells you that. That's interesting. I've got a lot to learn coming back into this game. Simulator, you know, whatever you want to call it. We might have found our spot here so long as I can avoid wrecking myself.
You've just done a 125.73. You've just done a 126.39.
Let's keep it consistent. Tire's starting to feel a little bit better over time. That was a good corner. That felt pretty good. I'm gonna keep it in 5th here for now. That banked corner is pretty scary because it feels like it can snap on you pretty easy, but in order to be fast through there, you kind of have to use a little bit of the accelerator to keep your momentum, it feels like, so it's kind of a balancing act. So we'll see if we can at least stay in this guy's rear view. Put enough pressure on him to maybe even make him make a mistake, but he's looking like the better driver thus far. I'm gonna stay in 3rd this time. Something I was kind of learning in practice is that off the start you might shift up down to 2nd a couple times, but as your speed goes up, with more grip in the corners,
The guy behind has just done a
you don't have to shift quite as much. Carry more speed. Guy behind gained quite a lot, actually, I noticed. He's about a 2nd behind. He might be adapting to the faster speeds a little bit better. Which I am being a little bit of a chicken, admittedly. There's ways I probably could push a little bit more, but I do not want to wreck. Keeping my goal in mind of at least making it to the end of this thing. Realistic goals. Guyhead's not pulling away too much more though. Still about 2 and some change seconds. Pushed it a little bit there. You don't get much runoff exiting that corner, so you gotta be real careful. Can't get those tires in that slippery stuff that we call grass. So far so good though, I'm feeling alright. Cooked that one a little bit. That's another corner that does not have runoff, so I had to really slow it down, make sure I didn't get in the grass there. I missed my marks, which kind of stinks. But rather be a little bit slower than be in a smoking heap at the exit of the corner. Alright, refocus here. Make sure I am carrying some speed. Guy behind's getting in my draft. That's only going to help him get closer. Might be time to start shifting to 6th, right around here. He is catching, it would seem. Got some lap traffic up ahead. That's a little bit scary for the leader. Sorry. Oh no. Had a way too much curve there. That was scary. We're okay. Sure, the leader is really hoping that lap car is going to be predictable and not make it too hard on him. Guy behind still catching.
Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.2 down. Sector 1 is 0.34 off the pace.
I felt like I got through there pretty decent. Got to be a little more aggressive here. We've got the grip, so got to use it. Used the extra gear there.
Thank you.
That car was generous. Let him by on the straightaway where it's easy. So hopefully we'll get the same treatment there. Seems like a smart racer. Knows how dangerous it can be entering side by side with somebody through some of these corners. Pushed it there. Gotta be careful.
Okay, Colton, the next car is 1 lap behind.
I feel like I'm leaving some speed on the table through there potentially, but that's about the best I can do. Alright, that corner felt pretty good though.
New fastest lap for Miller,
5 laps to go.
125.36.
Let's
Good.
go.
Fuel levels are fine.
Use a little bit of runoff there, within the acceptable parameters though. Yeah, give me some of that draft. Don't mind if I do. Man, that guy is inching closer. He is at 0.7 now.
The gap to Sargent behind is now 0.6.
Well, not a good corner. That might be enough for him to catch me. He's gonna have all this straightaway. Oh man, he's definitely better through there. This is not looking good for my P2. Careful. Got in the grass. I'm making mistakes. I'm letting the pressure get to me.
That's a new fastest lap for Sargent, 125.24. That was
I thought he was diving to the inside.
125.77.
Let that affect me a
Right
little
side,
bit.
clear, right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
Alright, this is what I was worried about. Side by side racing.
Still there, hold your line.
Back out. He's been catching me.
Clear on the right.
Remembering my goals here.
Oh, Colton.
Don't need to throw away podium.
Position.
Wrecking myself when I'm not prepared and we got all this distance behind us. I know that's kind of the boring answer, but hey, looking at that, he might make a mistake, especially if I can be the one to pressure him now. We'll make this grape look real intimidating behind him.
The car in front of us is not the cleanest racer. Sargent, car number 3, C license, and their rating
Feeling a
is
little bit of the aero
2.5.
push. But we're still going through pretty fast.
fastest lap for Miller, 125.
Leader's up there
106.
just setting faster and faster laps, which theoretically is what I'm supposed to be doing. As the tires continue to do better and, sorry, really focusing. And the fuel levels go down.
You've got half your fuel left.
Ooh. Lap car off track there. At least we got by him easy. We need the leader to do that. Or maybe this number 3. Sure, we're looking pretty intimidating in the mirror right now. If you wanted to make a mistake. He does look like he's pushing a little bit.
More. Let's go.
2 laps left. Come on, you're looking good for
Oh,
a podium.
don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Ah, iRacing, you're truly back. How I've mostly missed you.
Come on, just send it.
Ooh, that's an off track for him. I'm fairly certain. I'm pretty sure you can't go out that far on that corner. They get you for that one. Ooh, he slips up. Slipped up a little bit. I saw the tires smoke. I mean, we're right here. We gotta try to make a move on him, right? On the last lap. For now. Can't do it here, though. This is not a corner for it. Ooh, that was not a great angle to take that. I don't know where the best passing zone would be. Probably on exit
You
somewhere.
just got the white flag.
Ooh,
That
he
means one
took
more
that
lap to
really
go.
slow. And it's too bad I couldn't get around him there, because I could have had some momentum.
Okay, Colton, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. That
He
lap
goes
was
way
at
wide. He's in the grass.
90.
This is where we make the move on him. We keep it in 5th, get some good turn here. No, he is a good corner. Needed him to slip up or something. Try to get around him. It would be real dumb to try to make a move right here.
Right side. Still there. Clear on the right.
Oh, I was gonna run to the back of him,
We've just cut the track.
so I had to slam on the brakes. Trying to make him make a mistake, I made a mistake. That's what I get. That's alright, just a 1x. We've been clean through the race otherwise, and we'll be able to hold on to P3. What am I doing? Gross. Nasty final corner, but good race, good win. Yeah, so I was never going to try to
Alright,
pass him that
check your
corner.
flag.
I said it would be stupid and then immediately did
Great
it.
job. You did really well.
My idea was to try to get him to overdrive that corner, make a mistake, and then cut under him, but he held the line on the inside there, which is exactly what he needed to do. And it was up to me not to slam into the back of him. Yeah, thanks for the clean race. It was a great race. I will respond. You too. Fun one. All right. Had a great battle there. Didn't really notice his ping too much, except he did the blinking just like one time. And, you know, that wasn't too bad. The fact that we can race with someone in Asia going so fast and it looked that decent, that's pretty darn cool. iRacing's pretty darn cool. Here are the tires, looking at that. So they were wearing a little bit, but I think the lower fuel and such made it so that we were going faster. So great race with Alexi there. Appreciate him for a clean race as well. Was he the one getting loose at the start here? He was. So I think he was definitely, he had more experience, it seemed like. And I feel like that showed up by not letting the pressure get to him too much to where he was crashing. And in the launch there as well, I feel like that's something that experience helped him out with. Because I was starting P2, but it might as well have been P3. Maybe it was a first gear start, but I just felt like I was going to slam on the throttle and it was going to just chip out immediately, but maybe not. Especially maybe on that hill, so I think if I would try it again, I'd give first gear a go. We got right around him anyway, but I think his experience really helped out there. Oh, that's unfortunate. So this is the corner I was telling you. It's really easy to lock up the brakes, and that's exactly what happened to him here. I think that grass hit probably didn't help either. And unfortunately, there was a guy right in front of him, not able to avoid him as he's locking him up. And we've got some guys behind. Man, teammates, too. Oh, my goodness. Don't know if they know each other or something, but they have the same paint scheme. So, that was our first contact. There was a case of questionable nose placement. He's got a ton of speed, so I can understand where he's coming from here. You don't want to just have to lift off. And it looks like he's got an opening right here. I don't think this guy was expecting him to stick his nose there. And he's there putting his tires. This is a case where I'm not really sure. I'm not enough of a road racer to be able to tell you the etiquette of this one. Like, should he have seen him coming and left the lane? I don't know. I don't know these things. I am an oval racer primarily, so couldn't tell you who would be at fault for this, but it was pretty aggressive by the number 9, and they both wreck. If I were the number 9, I can tell you it would have stunk, but I probably would have lifted off there. Especially right here when I'm noticing he's not going to give me the lane. I don't know. Tough to say without being in the situation myself, but I think especially lap 1 I would probably lift, though. Just to survive another day, because in the end, he did not after that move. Is this a default scheme? Is that why they... Oh. Is that why we're seeing it? Because I saw West. He's not from the West region club thing, though, so I don't know. Ooh, we got some tires in the grass. That'll do get in. What's this false grape? Oh. That's unfortunate. 6 is towing, because he's got a broken car, but unfortunately he doesn't tow quick enough for his car to actually disappear, and the contact is still made. That's really unfortunate. If he comes through there a second later, I bet that damage doesn't happen. Very unfortunate. Wow, was that it? How about that? That was pretty clean for a single split race. And we will be on the podium. It is the shortest step of the podium. We'll be looking up at the winners here, the real winner. But at least we're looking up at a P2 guy that raced us clean and had a fun race. So thank you for watching. I didn't crash. Goal achieved. 2 thumbs up there. And I hope you enjoyed watching. So we had a decent little battle there at the end. Have a good one. And I almost forgot, we got to show the results page. We got to remember how to do this recording thing. I forgot to do this the last race too, I think. Sorry about that. But we get P3, and we get a similar 3 I rating, and plus O2 safety rating, which love that. Would love to get back to A499 on road. So we make some gains here for our podium finish, which love that. As the number 1 car, not always guaranteed, even if you do finish decent. And our best lap was better by 3/10 than P2 here, but we just needed that consistency, and that probably goes back to that guy being maybe just a little more experienced and able to hit his marks more consistently. So good race to him. We get ourselves a P3 and improve our numbers a little bit. Heck yeah.